Now let's talk about how to record the adjusting entry for an accrued expense called interest. So the company in this case is recording interest expense on a note payable. Remember, one way that notes payable differ from accounts payable is notes payable usually are longer and therefore charge interest. So interest expense on this note payable that the company owes is accruing or accumulating each day that the company has debt. Usually the interest is recorded when payment is made. However, at the end of the accounting period, such as the end of the year or end of the quarter, any interest that is accrued must be recorded. Remember, accrued just simply means something is accumulated but has not yet been paid, in this case, interest expense. So we're assuming that it's the end of the year, so the date would be December 31st. And notice we are debiting interest expense. So why would we be debiting interest expense? Because interest expense is increasing in this transaction, and expenses increase with a debit. And since we owe the interest but has not yet been paid, we have to increase interest payable. Why are we crediting it? Because the payable is increasing, and payables increase with a credit. So let's do an example that's more specific. Your employer's senior accountant informs you that she has calculated that on the end of the year, that on December 31st, the company owes $2,000 of interest but has not yet paid it. She asks you to record an adjusting entry to update the accounting records. So just like on the previous slide, the date is December 31st. Do you remember what the debit account is? It's interest expense. The E plus is reminding you that's an expense and it's increasing. How do expenses increase? With a debit. So I'm going to debit the account $2,000. And because we're not paying it yet, interest payable, which is a liability that is increasing, is credited because that's how payables or liabilities increase. And then we have a generic comment, adjusting entry for interest owed. This is kind of a lame explanation. You would probably want to know, who is this money payable to, such as Bank of America.